Yo, what is happening, fellas? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the What is a Proc and How to Keep Your Proc Right show. Yeah, I know it might seem a bit elementary for those who've been playing this game for a while, but don't fret because you still might be able to find something useful even for you in this video here. Because here's the thing, I've had multiple people asking me about either A, what is a proc, or B, how do I proc? How do I keep it right? And that's what we're going to do in this video. So it may be directed more towards beginners, but like I said, you still might be able to find something useful here. So let's talk about a proc in general. Okay, let's just start from letter A. Yeah, not Luke Cage. Okay, let's go to this guy here. Okay, so you can find a proc on there's multiple different types of procs, right? Okay, so on an energy, you have a proc that can go from 120 to 200 depending on the roll. Now, the maker here, he has, let me go to a regular energy. So I believe Star-Lord and Gwenom have regular energies. Here's Star-Lord. Okay, so here you go. Increases damage by 200% for one attack, right? That's a proc right there, and that's exactly what it does. It increases your damage by 200% for one attack. So it vastly increases the damage there. I'm not even talking about the other stats here. I will talk about a rage proc. So rage, here, let's go to one that's actually got a, wow, none of those have. Okay, so this one says increases 0.9% of damage per 1% of dodge rate and crit rate. So basically you want your crit rate and your dodge rate at the max, so you can increase the damage by more of that percentage. Percent, right? But the rage proc, it says cooldown time 7 seconds on it, and it's up for 5 seconds. I guess similar to an energy, the proc runs for 7 seconds or for 5 seconds with a 7-second cooldown, but it's only for one attack. A rage proc is for as many attacks as you can fit in within that 5 seconds. Now, there's certain characters that, like Rogue and Captain Marvel, that increase that duration, but we're not going to talk about them. And then you also have, well, the energy also increases chain hit damage, right, by a certain percentage, depending on, the percentage of proc that you have. Like, actually, okay, I have some of that, like this one, it's 140%, so its chain hit is increased by 15%. You always want to roll these with the max proc, always with 200% on the proc there. Okay, and then you also have obelisks that have procs. Let me find one with a proc here. Okay, so this one says, so you can get just a regular proc, so it doesn't do anything else. Like, if I had a destruction, I'd show you destruction. It also offers penetration. So energy offers chain hit, destruction offers penetration, plus guard break immunity, but a regular obelisk basically just offers the increased damage by a certain percent. So this one's 160. It goes from 120 on 6-star obelisk, goes from 120 to 200, same as an energy. So this one increases damage by 180% for one attack. And I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. And the cooldown is still 7 seconds. Don't go ahead, don't put one of these guys on anybody like this. You have a cooldown time of 10 seconds on one of these, right? Even though, like, some of them, I think these go up to 130, so you can get, like, I don't know, it could look really good. You can get a guard break, crit damage, 130 proc, but the cooldown time is 10 seconds, and that just throws off the whole rotation. These ones you could get away, like this one actually, max HP, 140, or actually I think I have a pretty good one, like this, guard break, mind damage, 140. That's good enough for me. Like, you can get these very close to these ones here. Like the invincibility, you can get guard break. Like I have one on Iceman. Somebody hit me up in the YouTube comments saying, what's up with the 5-star obelisk that you have on Iceman? I know this is a little off topic, but I thought this was pretty good. It's got guard break, cold damage, and invincibility. Almost max. It's 50%. For 4 seconds. That's good enough for me. Those are such a pain to roll to get, like, with the ideal stats, right? Like, he deals cold damage. The reason why he has it, I actually took a judgment off him. I might put a rage on him. I just put this on him temporarily. He could be used for Alliance Conquest. He's actually not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna take a few different characters into some gameplay, and I'm going to show you just things you want to watch out for, how skills operate, when you want to cancel skills, and what the proc looks like, and how you know that the proc, how you know you did not proc on that skill. Actually, I need to find a character that, okay, so like somebody that actually has an Obelisk. To see the difference with a CTP and an Obelisk, right? You have destruction, energy, is that the custom gear icon, it'll still run in the corner, even if you miss the proc. On a regular Obelisk, you know if you miss the proc, if you hit the skill that you want to proc on, and that timer is not there anymore. So I'll show you exactly what this looks like. Let's jump into some gameplay. Oh, by the way, before we do that, okay, what you don't want on an Obelisk, guys, is, okay, so you see the sword icon there. That's the only type of proc that you want. You could also have the shield and have a proc on it, like I believe I have one. You could have the shield and a proc. So this one has guard break immunity. The guard break immunity is going to take precedence over that the proc icon. So you could have both on one, but if it doesn't have guard break immunity and it doesn't have the sword on it, then you know it's not an actual proc. If it has something like, I think I have one, not that one. Where is it? Like this here, like any of this nonsense here, like this, the shield thing, or cold damage, 90% energy, that no good. Do not put that on a character. It's not going to benefit you in any way. All right, let's move on. Well, what do you know? It's just your neighborhood friendly sneaky bandit popping in here for his daily fix. I know you guys like to see the sneaky bandit pop open the gold special chest here. It's very special. Let's go ahead and pop them tags. Oh, a $5 on the second pop, baby. That's some sneaky bandit luck right there. Can we get some more sneaky bandit luck? A $3, some TCP. Okay, we want to see those cards. Oh, another $5. I'll take it. Sneaky bandit does not fret at a 5-star card. Yeah, definitely can't shake a stick at that. A 4? Okay. We want a 5 or a 6. I got Sneaky Bandit got 1 6 out of here. 1 6 so far. Okay. No. We got a couple 5s. We got a couple, what is it, 2 or 3 5s? Not too shabby. Let's go ahead, and I got some boxes here. Oh, that's right. Sneaky Bandit went ahead and got some vibranium mine chests in case anybody wants to see what it's looking like popping these, guys. Honestly, against my better judgment, but I had some people asking about if they're worth it to get. So I said, why not? You know what? We'll grab some of them. I think I got 2 of the $10 deals. So 12 chests, I believe you get 6 in each one. So we'll see what it's looking like, if it's actually worth it. You get some vision, about 500 CNS. That's not too shabby. I mean, that right there made the one worth it. But yeah, you got some mythic Uru in there. I guess it's kind of good for the combining chance up event right now. But all in all, I mean, I don't think, right, you get 1,000 crystals, but you know, only because of that made the one worth it. But the other one, I don't know. The card ones are just way better. I wouldn't spend money on these. I mean, unless you're like, you really want vision bios, but you can get them from the support shop. So like, there's no real true incentive to get these. I think it's a hard pass in the Sneaky Bandit book. So you guys enjoy your broadcast now. Sneaky Bandit out. Alrighty, and here we go. First, I think Sharon Rogers is actually a good. Okay. Why? Hang on. Why couldn't? Oh, okay. Okay, so I think Sharon Rogers is actually a good candidate to show how, because it's actually quite easy to miss a proc with her if you're not paying attention, right? And there's certain things that you want to pay attention to, like she has damage accumulation. I made a whole video playing Null, like exactly how to play Null with Sharon Rogers, step by step. So I suggest you go check it out. It's titled like something like Redemption for Sharon Rogers. But let me show you. Okay, so you hit the 3, and you want to sit in the 3 for a second and accumulate damage. All right, and you see this, the icon with the 3 on it. That's your proc right there. I have 2 of them there because I also have beatdown on Forge Energy on Sharon Rogers. So don't pay attention to the one that's not lit up, right? Green with the 3 on it. Pay attention to that one with the 3. So I'm going to show you that it's easy to miss a proc here. So I'm going to hit 3, I'm going to hit 5, and I'm going to let 5 rain down. Okay, so you see how the proc already went off? Now if I hit 4, now I'm not procking on 4. I've already procced on 5. So here, we'll try that again. Now sometimes, okay, so there I hit 4 before the, let's try again there. I hit 4 before that went off. So sometimes it could be real tight, and you know, sometimes you can't necessarily tell. But there's also times where, like, what I used to do is I used to let her pull her spear down and then hit 4, because you get the heal. You don't get the heal otherwise. Like if you cancel, you know, from 5 into 4 too early, you don't get the heal. And you're taking a chance there, because when she pulls her spear down, there's some hits. There's some hits when she does that. It doesn't happen all the time. So, you know, that's just a chance that, you know, you got to be willing to take. So if I go 3 and when she pulls down, okay, so now I hit 4 and it actually procs on the right skill. I'm trying to get it to proc basically where I don't want it to, where it happens to me. It happens to me sometimes. So let me see. 5, I'm gonna let it pull down. Nope. Okay. Well, it proc there, but trust me when I tell you, when the spear pulls down, when she pulls down, let's try it again here. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, let's switch to Moon Knight here. Okay, so Moon Knight, he can be a bit tricky to proc with. What you want to do with Moon Knight is you want to 3. When the grenade's in midair, you could actually see the buff. When the buff, boom, like you see the buff there. As soon as you see that, you can go into other skills, and you go into 5, like 3, 5, 6, or 3, 5, 4, and 5 is an immediate cancel because you want to proc on either 6 or 4. But you can notice that sometimes there's like way more damage on his rotation, and it's because you're getting all the hits on 5 and 4, and sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it doesn't happen. Like, oh, okay, so he went away. All right, we gotta wait for 3 to come back off cooldown, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so 3, 5, and then you want to go immediately cancel the 4, and if that proc goes off at the right time, you get all those hits, and it's amazing, and it's very, very nice. Let me go into another boss here. All right, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. So I have a regular proc on all 3 of these characters here. I showed you Sabretooth. He's got a 180 proc. Black Panther, I believe he has a 140. Yep, he's got a guard break crit rate 140 proc. And then War Tiger, I believe he has 160. Boom, guard break, crit damage 160. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take these guys into. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We're going into Cull. I know, probably should have went to Proxima, right? But it's okay. This is for demonstration purposes only. So, let's demonstrate with Sabretooth, because essentially you want to proc on 5 with this guy. So you want to like hit 3. Now you can hold 3. 3 is like one of those skills. There's the proc. Okay, so there's the proc there. Now, did he just died? Okay. All right. Let's go to a lower stage, guys. Let's go to a lower stage. Okay. Let's go to, like, man, he got murdered. Shouldn't have been standing there. Okay. 65. All right. Let's go to 65. Let's hope we don't get murdered here. But with a regular proc Obelisk, as soon as you hit another skill, that timer is going to go away. So it could be a bit trickier to know, like, where your proc is. You're going to have to get used to, like, a timer in your head, you know, going off when playing with those. But it's also, on the flip side, you know if you procced on a skill or not. So I guess that's the benefit there. So there's some good and bad to it. Is there a happy medium? I don't know. So if we hold 3, so we proc, there's our proc. Now as soon as I hit another skill, I hit 4, it goes away. Typically with the cooldown of your skills, you know, like, okay, this skill doesn't come off cooldown. Like, this skill comes off cooldown at the perfect time when I should be proccing again, when that proc timer's off. So that could be, you know, a point, something that reminds you, something to keep you back, you know, something to keep you on track. And that's how it is with a lot of character skills. So, okay, if I don't get frozen, let's try this again here. So, I'm trying to get that to go off on the 3. It doesn't want to go off the 3, which is actually good because you get some additional buffs, I believe, on his 3rd skill. But, okay, so you see there. It went off on the 3, now hit the 5. I don't see that icon there anymore. Now you know you did not proc on his 5. So to play it safe, you just hit 3, cancel it into 5 there. And then, it goes away when I hit the 4. All right, let's bring this guy. I honestly don't know his rotation here. I don't know. Okay, let's say 5. Okay, so 5. I just proc down his 5. I'm gonna hit 2. Proc goes away. Right? That's basically how regular proc operates. 5 comes off cooldown. That proc should be up again. Well, no, it didn't. Okay. And I suppose if you don't proc on the skill you want, you could either proc on a different skill or just wait for the next rotation to keep your proc where you want it. Usually that's the best course of action, to just basically chalk it up as a lost rotation and just wait for that skill to come back off cooldown, and then now we're going to go back into his 5 here. So now I can keep the proc right, and I can attack with other skills until that skill comes off cooldown, right? You might want to proc on 4 with this guy. I'm not exactly sure, but boom. See, procking on 5 again. Very nice, right? All right, now let me show you something different. All right, here we go. Let's take somebody like Scarlet Witch. I'm going to show you one more, rage/judgment example, and then I'm going to show you another example of just like a regular proc. So Scarlet Witch, her skills operate in a strange kind of way, right? Her rotation is very complicated. And this is the thing, you want to become familiar with whatever rotation of the character that you're using, because it can make all the difference, especially if you have like a newer account, right? And you might be just right on the threshold of being able to clear Null or stage 99 Call or Mephisto, and you need to be on point with that rotation, right? Be on point with those procs. So like somebody like Scarlet Witch here, let me show you the way her rotation operates. So she does, you go 2, get familiar with the cancels, and then, so it's 2, 5, 4, 1, 3, and then you want to wait. You want to wait until 4 and 3 come off cooldown, and then go into, 3 should have been going off, and then you want to hit the tier 3 when the proc's at like 2 or 3, right? And she's just bleeding through this. And then again, you want to wait for the 4 and the 3 to come off cooldown to reactivate that proc, because okay, she's just getting guard broken, just stunned and all this nonsense. But there you go. So more complicated, more in-depth rotations will look a little something like that. All right, here we go. I got somebody like Gambit here. I think he's a good example of a character that works very well with a proc. Some characters just work so well with a proc, better than with a rage or a judgment. Like Beta Ray Bill is a very good example as well. You want to cancel all his skills and you want to wait for it to come off cooldown. Gambit as well. So his initial rotation, right? I actually have beat down on him. I don't necessarily need to charge it, but you want the first hit. You want the first hits to be on the skill that you want to proc on. So canceling skills too slow. Like, actually, here, let me try this again here, because I've had this happen to me before where I didn't cancel the 3 fast enough, or I hit the 3 and then the boss went out of my targeting range. So I couldn't hit the 6 or the 5, or I just couldn't hit the 5, the skill that I actually want to proc on. And pay attention to buffs, right? Buffs on character skills. Okay, so if I hit 3 and okay, that's not a good example. Man, when you want the proc to go off, right, before it should, it never happens. Let's try 3 again. So 3. Okay, well that was actually the beat. Okay, so the proc went off there. The proc went off. Now if I hit 6 and 5, well, if I hit 6 and 5 there, I wasn't procking on the skill that I actually wanted to proc on. So you need to cancel very quickly. You want the very first hits to be on the skill that you want to proc on. Now, some skills, some rotations, can be a bit tricky. Actually, like Sentry can be tricky sometimes because his tier 3 likes to stick. So actually, let me bring him in here. But yeah, so that was a proc, and you could tell from the damage as well. If the damage doesn't seem like it's really there, then you know you kind of have an idea that you didn't proc on that skill. Actually, yeah. So Sentry's a really good one. He is a really good one here. I'm gonna bring him in, and I'm gonna show you how either sometimes his proc never wants to go off, goes off super late, or it goes off right away before you even have a chance. So like sometimes on his 5th skill, you almost want like a slight delay for like some of the effects that take place. So I go 2, 3, and then a slight delay on 5 because you want the buffs and all that to happen. But now in his next rotation, it can get a bit tricky here. So okay, so his tier 3 could stick sometimes. It didn't stick there. Obviously, we had some bananas damage, and he's going into this phase. So I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job explaining this, you know, maybe just because, okay, so yeah, proc went off kind of late, and sometimes those are other things to pay attention to, because you might want to tweak the way that you're actually like using the skills, or when you're hitting the skills. If you find the procs going off, you know, late, maybe you want to stay in one of the skills a little bit longer, or you want to cancel a little bit faster, that sort of thing. Sometimes there's just nothing you can really do about it. But let's see if, okay, I think I got it again. Yeah, a lot of, right? I'm telling you, man, with Sentry, when you're on that run and you're down to the wire and you need that proc to go off, boom, right away, right when you hit that tier 3, it never goes off. It just doesn't show up. It shows up at the very end of it, like the very last hit on his tier 3. So now you got to wait for that cooldown again. But when I'm trying to demonstrate, it wants to work perfectly. It's just bananas. So I think I'm gonna end it there. I think I covered it all without, you know, making the video, you know, super long. Just covering the basics there. Actually, you know, let's take Iron Man real quick. Let's take Iron Man into call, because I think he's a pretty good, well, Vision actually, he is very tricky to play with the proc. Where is Vision? Where is our guy Vision? He's a very good example. Also the Maker, but Vision more so. Yeah, he's a good one. He is a very good one. So you want to proc on his 2. I found the best damage, the most damage. It's a bit tricky, but you want to do, his rotation is very, very tricky. Probably one of the trickiest, as a matter of fact, at least according to me. So you want to go 5, 3, 4. Okay, so his proc went off. His proc went off well before I hit the, or like went off on the 5. So it's like, okay, so 5, 4. Yep, it went off again. That right there is his proc. And you want it to go off on the 2. So you want to go 5, 3, 4, 2. Let's see if we can. So you could do something like that, where you're not waiting. You're shortening the delay cancel on his 4, and you're just basically 5, 3, 4, 2. You're just canceling as soon as you can, just to ensure you get the proc on the right skill. There seems to be decent damage, although even if it ends up proccing early, there still seems to be good, you know, so some okay damage. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And you could always use this tier 3 on every 3rd rotation. Actually, I found that there seems to be more damage if you do 5, 3 tier 3 than if you do 5, 3, 4 tier 3, like on every other rotation, if that makes sense. So like here, let's do his tier 3. So we got a pretty decent proc there, but he might kill him here. No, not gonna kill. Okay, and then you can go right back into, boom. So that was actually a really nice proc there. Seemed like it procced on his 2. We'll do this one more time here. So 5, 4. Okay, so you see, it went off before I was able to hit the 2. So in situations like that, you might want to say, okay, I'm not proccing on the skill that I want. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, just to ensure, just to play on the safe side, I'm just gonna cancel them all right away. 5, 4, 3, or 5, 3, 4, 2. Boom. So now I'm gonna end it, guys. Now I'm gonna end it. I think I covered it all. If for those out there, if you still have any questions, you know, hit me up in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them, or maybe, you know, pop in, do something quick in one of the next videos, just to demonstrate what it actually is that I'm talking about. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I got more stuff. So you better stay tuned. You stay breezy, but most of all, friend, you stay safe out there now. Peace.